Let's continue this chapter. But before that, let's pray the Dominican blessing. In the name of Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
May God the Father bless us. God the Son bless us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us and give us eyes to see with, ears to hear with, hands to do the work of God, feet to walk with, and mouth to preach the word of salvation. And may the angel of peace watch over us and lead us at last with the rich gift of the kingdom.
Amen. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, so random variable is a set of possible values from a random experiment. Meaning, if you do an experiment, meron ka ng expected value. Pero yung expected value mo, hindi lang isa. It's a set of expected value. So that is random variable. Variable in algebra, so algebra variable, may variable din yan. So unlike in algebra wherein the x is a non-value, so example, you have an algebraic expression or equation x plus 2 equal to 6. Pag ginana mo yung value ng x dyan, ang value niya lang is 4. The only possible value for x plus 2, 6. Value for x is 4. That is algebraic variable. Sa random variable, yung x natin, hindi lang iisa yung possible value. Pwedeng maiba-iba yung value every time you do the event or do the experiment. You'll understand more about random variable as we go along. Random variables can be discrete or continuous. For continuous, for discrete random variable, pag sinabing discrete meaning meron ka ng defined, specific, limited set of values. So for discrete random variable, they can only take certain values. It has a limited set of values. So example, when you roll a dice or when you roll 2 dice at the same time, the results, yung total ng results, ang expected value natin will be only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yun lang yung set of expected values natin kapag nag-roll tayo ng dalawang dice sa isang roll lang at the same time. Mawalan 13. Bakit hanggang 12 lang? Kasi if you get the max value for the first dice, which is 6, and you also get the max value for the second dice, which is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. There's no chance na maging 13 yan because 6 is the maximum for each dice. Mawalang 1, 0, 2 na minimum. Why? If you get the minimum value for the first dice, which is 1, and minimum value of dice on the second one is also 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So if you roll 2 dice at the same time, your expected values is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 only. Kaya siya naging random variable kasi every time you throw the dice, nag-iiba yung value ni X. Sa unang roll mo, pwedeng 10 yung lumabas, dalawang 5. Or Paano ba magiging 10 yun? 6 at saka 4 yung lumabas. So that's the value of x. Sa next row mo, ang lumabas, dalawang 2. So that makes the equation or the experiment a random variable. Kasi every time you throw the dice, nag-iiba-iba yung value. Discrete siya in a sense na limited yung possible values niya. So that is random variable. We also have continuous random variable. For continuous random variable, the possible values are continuously growing. So continuous random variable can assume only value of an infinite set of values. Infinite, continuously growing siya. Example, a person's height. So the typical is 4'9", 4'11", 5'4", 5'5", 5'10", 6, 7'1", the usual. Pero is 7'1" the maximum? Is it not possible to have an 8-footer, 9? Pero you don't know. Because hindi mo alam kung kailan nag-stop yung person's height. It's possible na maging 9, 10, 11 pa yan if pangyaring tuloy-tuloy yung growth niya. Another example is time in a race. The race could stop at any time, pero hindi mo alam kung kailan. Walang specific value. It could be done in 60 minutes, 120 minutes, 24 hours. Paano kung may mahuli pa talaga? Hindi pa siya tapos ever. So, hindi mo alam kung kailan, at what point magi-stop yung values. Kaya wala kang limited set compare with discrete. It's because it's continuously growing. Walang point of ending. So that is discrete random variable and continuous random variable. Random variables can be numeric and non-numeric. Okay. So numeric random variables, examples are, for example, number 1, stock 50 Christmas trees. So ano ay na-expect natin dito with if you have 50 Christmas trees as your stocks? What we're looking here is the number of trees to be sold. Therefore, your x, random variable x, is equivalent to the number of trees sold. So yung x now could be, range of random variable, could be between 0 if wala ka na benta, 1, 2, 3, nakabenta ka ng 3, or 50 as the maximum kung 50 yung nabenta mo. Example number 2, inspect 600 items. When you check the quality of item, QA pass. So wala expected outcome, number of acceptable items. Therefore, your random variable x, y, z is equivalent to the number of accepted or acceptable items or QA pass items. Anong possible values ng y? This could be 0 kung walang pumasa, reject lahat ng items. Between 0 to 600, 300 if 50% is 50% lang yung pasa, or 600 if all items are good. Another example, send out 5,000 sales letters. Ano hinihintay natin dito? We're expecting or we are counting the number of people who will respond to the letter. So the random variable here is equivalent to the people responding to the letter. And this is between 0 kung walang nag-reply or 5,000 if everyone replied. Pwede ring progress, build an apartment building. So anong hinahanap nating value? The percent completed after 4 months. And this is your variable. Example for variable R, let's assign the percent completed after 4 months. So your R can be 0 if wala kang ginawa for the 4 months. 100% if complete yung apartment or yung project. Or in between 0 and 100%. Test a lifetime of a light bulb. Test the lifetime of a light bulb. Gaano katagal ang light bulb. So time bulb lasts up to 80,000 minutes. So if we'll be testing each light bulb, yun yung hahanapin natin, the time that the bulb burns o yung max lifetime niya. Example, that is S. So your S then will be between 0 minutes. Hindi mo siya pumatong ng 1 minute. Nasira na yung bulb. Or 80,000 na maximize na yung lifetime niya. Or in between 0 and 80,000. So numeric random variable siya in the sense na the values of X or the values of the variable is equated to a digit or specific number. Pero meron din tayong non-numeric. For non-numeric, meron tayong the expected outcomes are non-numeric. Hindi siya number. Example, students responding to a questionnaire. Your expected value or results can be strongly agree, neutral, disagree, na strongly disagree. Ito lang yung mga pwedeng sagot or reply ng mga respondents. However, with this response, hindi ka makakapag-create ng numerical statement. So what do we do? What we do is we assign a value for each outcome. So say 5 is strongly disagree. So 5 is strongly agree, the most positive. 4 agree, 3 neutral, 2 disagree, 1 strongly disagree. So therefore, your X could be range value from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maka-convert mo na siya into a numerical statement. Another example of non-numeric random variable is if a machine is inspected, this could be defective, not defective. Defective or working, not working. So your Y or random variable can have 0 if defective, 1 if not defective or if it's working. So your range for random variable will be between 0 and 1. Number 3 is similar to number 1. Consumers respond how they like the product. With this, tatlong choices lang, good, average, and poor. Very slim chance or slim choices. So your 3 most positive is good, 2 average, 1 is poor. Range of random variable is 1, 2, 3. So your random variables can be numeric or non-numeric. However, for non-numeric, to convert it into a numerical statement, you have to assign a closed series of values. Okay. So in discrete probability distribution, okay. So given example here. Yan. After you have tallied the respondents, tapos nakita mo 40%, kunwari sumagot ng 5. Tapos 20% sumagot sa 4. 10% 3. Ano ba? 4, 2, 7, 10%, 2, 4, 2, 6, 7, 8. O, 20%, 1. 100% na. 40, 20, 60. O, yan. 100%. So, ito yung nung sinamarize mo yung response ng students sa questionnaire mo, lumabas na 40% sumagot ng 5, 20% sumagot ng 4, 10% sumagot ng 3, 10% for 2, and 20%. Medyo madami-dami din yung 1, 20% sumagot ng 1. So you have values for X, the expected values, and meron silang assigned or calculated na yung probability, given na yung probability. We call that as probability distribution. This is the probability for 5. Distribution siya kasi naka-distribute na yung probability for each outcome. So ang tawag natin dyan ay probability distribution. And for probability distribution, you can get the average of probability or the average value. We also call that expected value. So the expected value of a discrete random variable is the probability weighted average of all possible values, meaning each possible values of the random variable can assume is multiplied by its probability occurring, and the resulting products are summed to produce the expected value. In short, meron tayong formula para doon sa sinabing yon. The expected value is also known as the expectation, mathematical mean, average, expected value. So expected value, how do we get the expected value? Formula is you multiply x, the value of x, to its probability. So each value of x, i-multiply mo sa probability niya, and then all the products will be totaled, or this is what we call summation. Nakikita nyo sa Excel yan. So therefore, that's the expected value. Okay. So example, for throwing a dice, ano yung distributed probability or probability distribution ng all outcomes ng throwing a dice? So we have 1641, 1642, 1643, 1644, 1645, 1646. So we have, with this probability distribution, we are to get the expected value or the average using this formula. So ano daw gagawin? Multiply the value. Ano yung mga value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to its probability. So ayan na, 1, 6 multiply the value. And then after mong i-multiply, you get the total or sum. So plus, 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 plus. And if you get that, the value is 3.5. So with this value, 3.5, ano ba yung ibig sabihin no? If you roll a dice in an infinite amount of times, the expected value o average value ng output is 3.5. So gawin mong 10 beses yung pagtothrow ng dice, expected value, pag tinotal mo yung every output is 35. Kasi average is 3.5. Another implementation of this example is this one. So if you throw a dice and you get $1 each, every time na nag-1 yung lumabas, that's $1. Every time that you get 2, that's $2. Every time you get 3 is $3, $4 for 4, $5 for 5, $6 for 6. So if we have a game like that, and you have to throw the dice 100 times, how much money can you get? So we can compute that using the expected value. Since identify na natin that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yung outcomes, and every outcome has a 1/6 chance of happening. So if you get all of this, 3.5 ang expected value. Therefore, if 100 times natin ginawa yan, you can get $350 on that game. So 350 yung expected value. Kung naglaro ka ng ganyan, kung ganyan yung laro mo, tapos 100 times lang yung 100 times ka mag-throw ng dice, so expect ka ng $350. Another example. For the experiment, we are to get 2 balls from a jar which contains only 4 red balls and 6 black balls. So you have a total of 10 balls in the jar. What is the expected number of red balls? In doing this experiment, ilan yung red balls? Yun yung binibilang natin. So from this experiment, getting 2 balls that only has red and black in the jar, ano ba yung mga possible combinations natin? You can all either get red in the first ball and another red on the second ball, or you can get red ball in the first ball or black in second ball, or vice versa, you got black on the first ball and red on the second ball. Or you can also have black, hindi ka nakakuha ng red. So these are all the possible outcomes. So we are counting here the number of red. So count the red in each outcome. So for RR, red, you have 2 reds. For red-black combination, you have 1 red. Black-red combination, you have 1 red. And black-black combination, you don't have red. That's 0 red. So we have now values for X. 2 reds, 1 red, 1 red, and 0 red. So what is the probability of each value now? Sabi 2 over 15, 4 over 15, 4 over 15, 1/3. Solve natin yan. How? Dependent events. So first ball, ano yung probability niya? It's 4 over 10. 4 red balls out of 10 total balls. Nabunot mo na yung first red ball. What is the probability of getting the second red? 3 remaining red balls over 9 total balls. So 4 over 10 multiplied to 3 over 9, you'll get okay. If gagamitin niyo yung calculator nyo sa cellphone, use parentheses to group your fractions. And then multiply to 3/9. You'll get 1.3333. However, in degrees, no. Sa calculator ng phone, wala siya yung i-convert niya yung decimal into fraction or fraction into decimal. If you'll be using scientific calculator, meron yun eh. Nako-convert niya yung decimal into fraction or fraction to decimal. But it's 215 how? Pwede ring mano-mano. Don't use calculator. So, how do you do this? I-lowest form natin yung fraction. 4/10 lowest form is 2/5. 3/9 lowest form is 1/3. And then straight multiplication, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. So, i-lowest form mo and then you straight multiply. Okay, so that's for outcome red. We have 2/15. For red-black, probability is probability of getting red first ball is 4/10. For red-black out of 10 total. And then get the probability of black, that's 6 black out of 9 remaining balls. And then lowest term natin, 4/10 is 2/5. 6/9 is 2/3. Straight multiplication, 2 times 2 is 4. 5 multiply 3 is 15. So that is 4/15. This combination, black-red. For black, that is 6 black balls out of 10 total balls. After getting the first ball, probability of getting red is 4/9 total balls. So 4 red over 9 remaining balls. Lowest form, 6/10 is 3/5. 4/9 is 4/9. Lowest form na yon. And then straight multiplication, 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. 5 multiplied 9 is 45. 12/45 is not the lowest form. Anong gagawin natin? Common. Basta yung common nila is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 45. Ayun, greatest common factor, GCF. 45 divided by 3 is 15. So 4/15 is the lowest form. So probability of black-red combination. While black-black, 6/10, first black. 6 minus 1, 5 remaining blacks out of 5 total 9 balls. Lowest form, 6/10 is 3/5. 5/9 is lowest form, straight multiplication. This will 3 times 5 is 15 over 5 multiply 9 is 45. Lowest form, GCF nila is 15 divided by 15. That is 1/3. Equivalent din siya dito. Or yung shortcut sa fraction, multiplication ng fractions is if meron kang denominator at numerator na parehong value, you can cross them out or cancel. And then take the remaining 3 numerator, 9 denominator. 3/9, lowest form is 1/3. So whichever method, 1/3 pa rin yung output niyan. Okay? So we already have values for x, values or probability of each value. Then we can get the expected value. Now, paano? Multiply x to its probability and then get the sum. So 2 multiply 2 over 15, 1 multiply 4 over 15, 1 multiply 4 over 15, and 0 multiply to 1/3. So x multiply to its probability. So 2 multiply 2 over 15 is 4 over 15. 1 multiply 4 over 15 is 4 over 15. 1 multiply 4 over 15 is 4 over 15. 0 multiply 1/3 is 0. After you get the product, you get the total summation. 4 over 15 plus 4 over 15 plus 4 over 15 plus 0. Since pare-pareho naman ng denominator yan, madaling mag-add. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12 over 15 plus 0 is 12 over 15 or 0.8. So your expected value now is 0.8. So meaning, if you do the experiment drawing 2 balls with 4 red and 6 black in the jar, if you do that 10 times, your expected value of red is 8. If you do that 100 times, your expected value for red, sinabi ko kanina, if you do it 10 times, expected value of red is 8. If you do it 100 times, your expected value of red is 80. At average, makaka-80 red balls ka if 100 mo times gagawin yung experiment. Okay? So that is the expected value. Okay. We can also get the variance, or once we have the expected value, we can now get the variance of a discrete probability distribution. Variance is the allowance from the expected value. So for discrete random variable, the variance is calculated by summing the product of the square of the difference between the value of the random variable and the expected value and associated probability of the value of the random variable taken over all of the values of the random variable. In short, ito yung formula. So what you do is the value of x minus the expected value, and then raise that to 2, and then multiply to the probability. So each ganon, you'll do that, and then in total, you have get the total or the summation. This is the equivalent factor or value equation. Gagawin mo dito, square mo lahat ng x, tapos kunin mo expected value nila. So yung x square multiply probability tapos total. And then, kunin mo yung expected value, erase mo siya sa 2, tapos yung answer that, i-minus mo siya sa answer dito. So that is the variance. Pero ito yung ginagamit usually, ginagamit ko. Ganito yung explanation. Clear. So let's go back. Example here. Sabi niya, the formula is x minus the expected value of x, and then yung answer dyan, you have to raise it to power of 2, and then the answer to that, you have to multiply to the probability. And then yung total answer niyan, you have to sum everything. So let's start with x minus the expected value. So we have, ano ba yung mga x natin? Meron tayong 2, 1, 1, at saka yung 0. Those are the values of x. Minus, ano yung expected value? Na-compute natin is 0.8. 0.8. 1 minus 0.8. 1 minus 0.8, and 0 minus 0.8. So what are the values or the differences? Answer? 2 minus 0.8 is
1.2 po.
1.2. 1 minus 0.8 is
0.2 po.
0.2. So same lang siya nung susunod. 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. 0 minus 0.8.
Negative 0.8.
Negative 0.8. So that is the first step. Getting the difference of x and the expected value. After that, you have to raise to 2. So 1.2 raised to 2 is 1.2 multiply 1.2 is
1.44.
1.44. 0.2 multiply or raise to 2.
0.04 po.
0.204. 0.04. So that is, ang tawag ito? Same with this one. 0.2 raised to 2 is 0.04. And then, third one, and the last one, negative 0.8 raised to 2 is
Negative 0.6.
the values is 0.64.
4.
If you raise a negative value, ano yan? Positive, negative?
Positive.
Positive. Kasi negative multiply negative is positive. So therefore, this is positive 64. Okay? So ito na yung for this one. After that, you multiply the values to probability. So ito yung probability natin, idikit natin para mas madali nyo makita. So 1.44, and then for 4 over 15, this is 0.04. This is 0. And the last one is 64. So i-multiply daw natin sila. 64. Answer is 2.2 over 15 multiply 144 is 0.192 or 0.1919. Do we have the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
And next, 4 over 15 multiply 0.04. You'll get 0. What?
0.10 or 0.10. 0.011.
Okay, 0.011 rounded off. That's same with the next one, 0.011. And the last one, 1/3 multiply to 0.64. This is
213.
0.213, 3 values. So natapos na to. Last step is you get the total or summation. So add mo silang lahat ng values. Your V or variance now is, what's the total? 0.192 plus 0.011 plus 0.011 plus 0.213.
0.427.
0.42427.
427.
Okay? So that is the variance. Ano bang ibig sabihin yan? Your expected for this experiment, if you do that 100 times, kung kanina expected value of red is 80, so kung pag ginawa mo siya ng 10 beses, 8 red, so pwede kang makakuha ng 4 na red hanggang 8 na red kung 10 beses mo siyang gagawin. Kung gagawin mo siya 100 times, you can get 400, you can get 42 red balls to 80 red balls. That is the variance and expected value. Okay, so it can range from 42 red balls to 80 red balls. Okay, another example. Here we have a probability distribution. 8 chances 1 over 8, 12 chances 1 over 6, 16 chances 3 over 8, 20 chances 1 over 4, 24 chances 1 over 12. So walang given scenario. Probability distribution lang. For these cases, you can just assume or make a scenario kung para saan sila. So example, scenarios is number of couples na nagpapakasal sa isang araw. So pwedeng 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And that's the probability na nakuha nila according to the statistics or the numbers. So we are to get the expected value and the variance. So paano kunin yung expected value again? You multiply x to its probability. 8 multiply 1, 8. 12 multiply 1, 6. 16 multiply 3, 8. 20 multiply 1, 4. 24 multiply 1, 12. And then after you get the product, you total or get the summation, you'll get the value of 16. Once we have the expected value, we can get now the variance, value of x minus the expected value, 8 minus 16, then raised to 2, then multiply to probability, which is 1/8. So 8 minus 16 raised to 2, multiply to 1/8. 12 minus 16 raised to 2, multiply to 1/6. 16 minus 16 raised to 2, multiply to 3/8. 20 minus 16 raised to 2, multiply to 1/4. 24 minus 16 raised to 2, multiply to 112. And if you get all the answers, that is 20. So with this one, couples na nagpapakasal may range between 16 to 20. 16 expected value, 20 is your variance. So your variance, kung napansin nyo kanina, yung variance kanina is bumaba. Ito, yung variance is tumaas. Your variance can be increasing or decreasing from the expected value. So it's okay. Pwede siya mag-decrease, pwede siya mag-increase. Normal lang yon. Or usually variance is something close to the value of expected value. Oops, hindi pa tapos. Okay. We have an example here. Gabby is a sales associate at a large auto dealership. She motivates herself by using probability estimates for her sales. For a sunny Saturday in April, she estimates her car sales as follows. So sabi niya, nung kinakausap ni April yung sarili niya, sabi niya, possible makabenta. Wala akong mabenta. Dahil tag-init ngayon, wala akong mabenta. 0 cars. Or pwede rin meron akong mabenta. 1 car. Or 2 cars. Or kung siniswerte si Gabby, she can sell 3 cars at most. Yung 4 cars, imposible na para sa kanya. So, nilimit na lang niya yung values niya from 0 to 3. Ito yung mga possible outcomes na makabenta siya this April. And then, for each outcome, meron siya nilagay na probability. Sabi niya, 30% ata, 0. Wala akong mabenta. And I have, lamang naman ng konti, meron akong 40 chance na makabenta ako ng isa. Yung 2 kotse mabenta ko, parang ang late na ng chance, 20% na lang yan. O lalo na yung 3 yung mabenta ko. Mas maliit yung chance, 10%. So that is the excess, the value of x, and the probability of x. With this probability distribution, get the value of expected value or get the expected value and the variance. It's already 2:14. I'll give you 5 minutes and then you send sa chat kung ano yung answer for expected value and variance. 5 minutes now. Okay, everyone. It's time na. E is 1.1. Your expected value is 1.1 and variance is 0.89. So, Sai, pahuli-huli. 0.89. Correct, Sai. So, meaning, kotse naman kasi pinag-usapan natin dito, wala namang 1.1 na kotse, wala namang 0.89 na kotse. If you convert that as to whole number or as round off, this is 1. Therefore, variance and expected value, isa lang talaga yung expected value natin or pinaka-possible na mabenta na kotse ni Gabby. So, yan yun. So, everyone na hindi nakapag-solve, take note of this example, and the answer, expected value is 1.1 and 0.89 for the variance, and solve it on your own later. So that is all for the remaining topics of probability, variance, and expected value. For this one, the remaining, eto mga to ay behavior of your probability distribution. So, kung pag-aaralan mo yung probability distribution mo, ano yung characteristic nila, ano yung behavior nila, ano yung indication ng probability and values. This could be, sabi niya, for discrete random variable, your probability distribution can be binomial distribution or Poisson distribution. And for continuous random variable, your probability can be negative exponential distribution or normal distribution. Mga behavior lang yan or characteristics ng distribution. Pwedeng yung probability distribution mo is one of those four characteristics. But no need to focus on that. Extra information lang yan. Focus on today's topic is the how you to get the expected value and the variance. Okay? Again, i-check nyo yung example ni Gabby and then solve it on your own later. Variance should be 1.1, the answer, same answer with psi. And expected value is 1.1, variance is 0.89.